Alrighty, hi Cancer, how are you? Welcome Cancer. I had tried to record a video before this, but for whatever reason it did not save properly. So, my lovely Cancers, we're just going to jump right into another reading and see what comes out. So yeah, I hope this resonates with you Cancers, whether that's your Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. That's all I got to say right now. Some of you guys, for you Cancer, there is something of a new beginning. When I cut the deck, we had the Devil card and the Fool card. So there is some sort of new beginning, but however, they ask you to be cautious and to be mindful. Don't allow your temptations and or your kinks to get in the way. Trust and believe. Trust and believe in your guides and your spirit that they're leading you down the right path. You have had a lot of experiences in your life where maybe you felt like it was you against the storm, right? Or there were a lot of dark nights of the souls, or you were trying to fly through a hurricane or something, right? Like there was a lot of there was a lot of things that you had to work through and a lot of things that you had to overcome yourself, not just here physically as who you are now, but here physically as in your soul and your spirit. There is a union. Now this is also piggybacking off of the video. I will be saying some of the things even though I don't have the cards. However, it is also kind of weird. We have two of the same cards from the last reading, and the other two cards are basically the combination of other cards, if that makes sense. I'll explain it. What was I? Okay. So there's a union between your two halves of your soul, right? Your divine feminine and your divine masculine. They're coming together, but it's more of like it's not the coming together of two people. It's the coming together of the two halves of your soul. It's the coming together of your spirit and your soul, who you are now versus who you used to be, who you were, who you are at your utmost core, right? Who God views you as. That kind of union. But there is also a balance. There's also a sense of acknowledging the fact that you have come so far, right? You weren't always where you are now. You weren't always as well off as you are. You didn't know as much information. You weren't as knowledgeable or even as happy, even as stable, even as emotionally intelligent, right? There is a balance that you've had to overcome between your emotions or your wishes and your dreams versus your actions, what you want, what you actually receive here on this earth versus, again, your manifestations and what you wish and you dream. There's always going to be that conflict or that balance that we have to have between our hopes, our aspirations, our dreams, and then our actions, our reality, and what we live, how we perceive it, right? Then there is also an emphasis on there was also an emphasis, at least going back from the other reading, of your family, of finding that balance to not necessarily overcome whatever challenges are coming, but to help everyone, at least the deciding factors, right, the adults in the family, to be on the same page, right? To know that there are things that, yes, we need, yes, there are things that are important, but remember, you're also important too. Our family is important too. This is what's important too. Not being jealous of what other people have. There was an emphasis on acknowledging the fact that life is not fair, right? There are a lot of things that happen to really good people that are really bad things. And that's not because they deserved it, or that's not because of anything else that had happened, but it's because it's needed to keep this balance in place, right? Which is a terrible thing to say, but it's true. Which is why it's a good thing to look for the little things, to be grateful for the little things, right? A little thing that I'm grateful for today was that I was able to get up and make coffee. A little thing that I'm grateful today is that the way that I planned out my route schedule for today, for this specific route, I don't have to be in my area till 10:30. Okay, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I was able to get up, make a few videos, and chat, right? Drink my coffee, play with my cats, take my dog outside, like do some laundry. Like that's what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for that, even though, yeah, I didn't get to sleep in, which I kind of wanted to do, but I was able to get enough sleep, and now I'm able to be productive and get things done on a day that I still have work. It's those little things that you can be grateful for, right? Now back to the beginning of this reading, where we had the Devil card and the Fool card as I was cutting it. I do feel like that's kind of where you're at, right? It's you have this new beginning, you have this opportunity thrust in front of you, in this beautiful union, this beautiful thing that needs to be celebrated so you can reach your highest potential, right? But you are fearful because you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's happening. This is a new beginning. This is a truly new experience for you. And so you have no idea. You have nothing to base it off of. And so it's scary. So you have doubts and you have fears and you have worries. But then there's also things like when you have doubts and when you have fears and you have worries, it's easy for people to come in and try to destroy what you've worked so hard to achieve, right? That's also the other aspect of the Devil card is that there are situations that you put yourself in that you are fully capable of getting out of, but for whatever reason your fear rules you over that, right? It keeps it at the forefront. And so it makes it a little difficult to experience and to live and to celebrate, right? And to be thankful. But that's also, this is Spirit's way of giving you a warning, right? There was also the Tower card in the last one. So there's something that's going to be coming about that is going to require this newfound mental stability and emotional stability that you have been able to achieve because of the life that you have had, because of the things that you have experienced. We have the Death card and the Four of Swords card. You've taken the time, the time to be by yourself, to think, to meditate, to contemplate, to be by yourself, to sit in the quiet alone and think, to just experience and to gather all of your thoughts, right? To listen to everything that your guides, that God, that Spirit has been trying to tell you. You've been looking at the signs, right? Pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the synchronicities, pay attention to even the silly little thoughts, right? You might have a thought or you might have a song stuck in your head and then you hear it 5 minutes later, right? Or somebody else has it stuck in their head and you hear them humming it. Those little things, those things are things that you need to be paying attention to, because those prove to you that you are awakening. Those prove to you that you are experiencing a newfound level of your abilities, right? With the Death card, again, speaks to rebirth and something changing into something new, right? We have the Five of Pentacles over here, which, like I said, this was not one of the cards in the last reading. These were the two cards in the last reading, the Eight of Wands and the Magician card. But the other ones, the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, those are almost like, because we had the, what was it? It was the Lovers and I think it was the Lovers, the Empress, and the Emperor that came out. And then there was the Tower with that. The Six of Pentacles came out, and what was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was. But that whole reading was mostly about speaking to balance and speaking about how it's okay to be fearful of things, but you just need to remember that you have more faith in your guides and in yourself and in God and in the things that you can experience and you can see, right? To follow your discernment, to trust in yourself, just like you trust in your guides, or to trust in your guides just as much as you trust in yourself. Oops. Well, that was interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me wonder if I can pick up those cards again. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands, the High Priestess, the Fool. Let's see. That would have been there. That would have been there. That, I saw that one, and that one. Okay. So these are the cards that I accidentally flipped around, right? So we're gonna look at them real quick, see if they fit. What messages? Yeah, they want you to know that you have there's this this little issue that you have with self-doubt and self-confidence. You don't have any confidence in yourself, not really, not when it matters, not when it's important. And they want you to know that now is the time to live in you. You've done this work. You've done what you needed to do to get you to this new point, and now is the time for you to have your new beginning, right? You're not naive. We have the High Priestess with the Fool. So people think you're naive and think that they can take advantage of you and think that they can do all of these things to you, but really they can't. You, deep down, you know what's going on. You can feel it. You can feel their energy. You can feel the way that the little things that change about them when something is wrong or when something's not going right, right? You're able to pick up on those things. We also have the Hanged Man here, which speaks to creativity, speaks to the beginning of something, right? I'm hearing follow with your head, not your heart, right? You used to follow with your heart because we have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. So things you used to be very, very, very emotional, but now you've learned to kind of control that and gather that and change the way that you respond to certain things and how you perceive them, right? That speaks to your emotional intelligence, speaks to your emotional maturity, how far you've grown. But that also speaks to the ability of, and again, this union, this celebration that's occurring, something that you should be proud of and you should be thankful for. We also have the Chariot card here. So these things are happening fast. This new I almost said chapter and section combined. That came out really weird. There is this new chapter in your life that's occurring, and it's occurring very fast. This next level up, this next upgrade, this next leap of faith that you have with your guides and spirit and God and yourself is going to happen very fast. And it's something that I saw 1322, by the way. It's something that is going to help you grow even more in your abilities and in your gifts that you have been given, not just this lifetime, but the gifts that you have access to because of your bloodline, because of your ancestral history, right? There are different things that we're able to do, different things that we can pick up on, right? Remember that there is one thing I remember, and I don't remember where it came from, and I don't remember who I heard it from. I know it was one of the elders in my family. I want to say it was my great-grandfather, but blood is very important. Not only does it tell you where you came from, but it can help show you where you're going, and it can help show you what's in store. What was experienced and what was passed in your history, what your ancestors went through, some of the same things will happen to you, okay? They may not be to the same extent. They may not be like over the same reason, but from what there's some sort of energy still attached to that, okay? I had a thought pop into my head. That's also why the threads of fate are red. Don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but you know what I mean. because red is blood. Blood is your root. It's where you come from. Anyways, that is the message I have for you, lovely Cancers. I hope this resonated and I hope it made sense. And I hope that you leave some comments so we can chat and discuss. If this makes sense, let me know. If you want to email me, please do. I will happily respond to you. Anywho, bye guys. I love you. I hope you have a good week.